Good morning, friends, and welcome to episode 2 of Monday Mornings with Mr. Rhine. I'm Mr. Rhine. This is Lugosi. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with a Would You Rather. And if you're ready, let's get to it. Here it is. Would you rather be able to jump as far as a kangaroo or hold your breath as long as a whale? Well, what are some things you might ask yourself? I would think, how long can a whale hold their breath? So what do? You Google it, and what did I find out? A whale can hold their breath for up to an hour or more. Can you imagine how many laps you could do in a swimming pool, or all the holding your breath contests you could win? Also, on the other side, how far can a kangaroo jump? Well, I looked it up on the old Google, and guess what? 6 feet. Can you imagine how easy it would be to slam dunk if you can jump 6 feet in the air? That would be awesome. So what would I pick? I think I might want to dunk on y'all. I think I'm going to go with the kangaroo. Alright, moving on. Let's go ahead and do our SOAR pledge. Here we go. I will be safe, helpful, and use good judgment. I will own my behavior and accept responsibility for my actions. I will achieve greatness by staying on task, working hard, and completing my assignments. I will respect myself, others, and my community. I am an eagle, today I shall soar. Alright friends, moving on. Let's go ahead and do our breathing for the day. And we're going to do our basketball breaths. If you remember, that is in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. So it looks like this. You're going to be doing this motion, and once you let that ball go, let out through your mouth. So here we go. Two more. With that follow through, and one more. Alright friends, thanks for breathing with me. Moving on, let's talk about a poem. It's still National Poetry Month, and I love reading poems. This one is by Ron Padgett, and it's called Nothing in That Drawer. And it's short enough to where I'm going to put the text right next to me so that you can read along. Here we go. Nothing in that drawer. 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 So what do you think of that one? When I first read it, I was like, there is nothing in that drawer. There's nothing in that guy's whole house. But what did you notice? There's a lot of repetition in that poem. And did it sound different every time I read it, even though it was the exact same thing every time? Can you think of something that if you say over and over and over, it starts to sound different to you? I bet you could think of a few good examples. Alright friends, moving on. Let's talk about Ask Mr. Rhine. So last week we heard from Miss Clausius. This week we are hearing from my friends Ben and Nathan, and they have a burning question to ask me. So let's hear what they have to say.
Mr. Ryan, what's your favorite movie?
What's your favorite movie, Mr. Ryan?
I don't have to think about that one too long. It is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. It is my all-time favorite Star Wars movie, and I'll tell you why. Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite. We get to see Boba Fett in action. Darth Vader, Luke, I am your father. oh man, there's just so much awesome stuff that happens in that movie. It's dark and it's got so many twists and turns. We get to meet Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. Oh my gosh, that was a horrible impression, but you know what? I love that movie. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about what's new. So what's new in my world, very exciting news, is I am working on a children's book. Yeah, I'm working on a children's book. It's called Jimmy Loves His Long Hair. And can you guess what inspired it? Yep, hair. And it's a story about feeling comfortable in your own skin and your own hair and being happy with who you are and not being afraid to express yourself. So I'm writing it right now and I'm working with someone to draw the pictures and I'm hoping it will come out, I don't know, maybe later in the year. We'll see what happens. Moving on, time for a school update. So listen close, we've got a few things to talk about. Cue graphic. Pop! Here's what's new. You've got a new pathway starting today, and it is set to multiplication and fractions. Your Imagine Learning goal is to do 60 minutes a day. So that's 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of math. Also, another really cool tool for you is that there are counseling lessons available on Clever, and it's called Counselor's Corner. If you can see that little logo in the corner, it should look like that. There are also mental health services available on the school website. So if you go to smcps.org and you look up Carver, you should be able to see on the right-hand side some really cool mental health services that you can use during this time, which I think is great. Moving on, it's time for our math challenge. So I got 2 responses last week. I'm hoping to get at least 5 this week. I saw some really good work, and I'm expecting the same thing this week. So here you go. Here is your math challenge. 4 friends earned a total of $683 mowing lawns this summer. How much money did each person get if they split the money evenly? Well, here's a hint. Try using the types of money here to split the cash. And what do we see? We've got a $20 bill, a $50 bill, a $100 bill, a 50-cent coin, or a half dollar, and a 25-cent coin, or as we would call it, a quarter. So, how could you use those types of money to split up $683 among 4 people? What kind of operation is it when you have to split something up as evenly as you can? What is that one called? I won't say it. I'm going to need you to think about it and get me your work by this Friday. Alright, and time for our kindness goal. Here is our kindness goal for this week. As you remember, last week we talked about giving someone else a turn to do what they want to do. I hope you were successful in that. This week, your kindness goal is doing a chore without being asked to do it. So I can give you an example in my life. A lot of times Miss Naomi, my wife, asks me to do the dishes. So I'm going to try to do the dishes without her asking me to do them. I know she would be super happy, and knowing that I was considerate of her feelings and also just getting the job done, I'm sure she'll be happy for me to do that. So something to think about. And that is all I have for you on this episode of Monday Mornings with Mr. Rhine. Have a great week. I'm wishing you well. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.